The book of Obadiah is dedicated to the prophecy of Edom's destruction. From whom did the nation of Edom come from? And 1:6 says, how Esau is searched out. His hidden things are sought out. So yeah, they descended from Esau. So they are actually relatives to Israel. Edom has betrayed Israel on more than one occasion. And when the chips were down for Judah and Israel, Edom is happy about it. And this is something that God just does not tolerate. He does not tolerate that one little bit. They treated them like an enemy. And God is, I mean, these are God's people, okay? This is the thing we have to understand. Israel was God's chosen people to represent him, and Edom was treating them like an enemy. God was not happy about that. Let's talk a little bit about Joel. What about this beginning part about it? Describe the beginning of this book. It describes the invasions by neighboring nations and general invasions by Israel and Judah's neighbors with impunity. They are being given over to these people for idolatry. And this is essentially what most, if not all, the prophets are talking about. The issues that God has with his people when they turn to idolatry. In Acts chapter 2, in his very first sermon, he's talking about one of the things that Joel was prophesying. He's saying, when Joel was prophesying, he's talking about what's happening right now. And that was basically how the apostles will be prophesying, where God says, I will pour out my spirit on them and they will prophesy. Men and women will prophesy. Jonah is the guy who was swallowed by the great fish for 3 days and then vomited out and he had to go do what he was supposed to do. And Nineveh repents and Jonah was greatly displeased. Why would Jonah become angry at the obedience of Nineveh? Why would he become, well, that's a good question, isn't it? What does this tell us about Jonah and what does this tell us about God? Well, let's look at that a second here.